before we went live. Welcome to Sofa City Sounds. We're late as usual. I'm your local musical shit show, here to bring you everything in music and everything else. Anyway, we have two people with us tonight. We have one of my business partners who's co-hosting. This is Anthony.
Good day, folks.
And please tell the world who you are, because you're the guest.
Hi, I'm Joey.
Just Joey?
Yeah, I'm just Joey. That's it. I'm off the clock. Well, Joey Briggs about an hour ago.
Well, that's fine, but you're Joey from Duskwalker now, right?
I'm Joey from Duskwalker right now, that's right.
Okay.
And Joey Briggs from Hits FM.
Right. But so I did say Joey Briggs in the promos, but we did just tag Joey.
That's cool. Yeah. No, I'm Joey Briggs from Hits FM. I just finished my show, and now I'm here.
You
I was
still have your
talking all
radio
day,
voice on.
and now I'm here to talk some more.
Oh, my phone just went off.
Oh wow, is that the delay?
That's professional.
That's strange.
Oh my God.
At least you're on brand, a musical shit show.
Right? Thank you.
It's professional. We're still trying to get the bugs out.
Well, I mean, like this is a part of it, though, right? This is how you kill all the kinks and stuff like that. The mistakes happen, and you know, you kind of work it out that way.
So, what do I know, right? I'm just a janitor.
Are you?
Sometimes.
You're also.
Well, I just cleaned the bathroom
You
before
gotta
I got
move
here.
in. You gotta move in.
Somebody's ring.
Twist the table. Yeah, you're perfect. I
I'm behind the scenes.
move over a bit.
So,
You ever tried Burger King coffee?
No.
It's fucking terrible.
It's not.
It's
not
not.
great.
It's
That's
not.
really awesome.
Yeah,
I can offer you a seltzer if you want one.
yeah, that's about all we got.
Go for
Right?
an espresso is what I can go for.
Oh,
I would
wouldn't
love
that
to,
be
but I am not
wonderful?
allowed to operate the equipment downstairs.
That's all right. That's all good.
Yeah.
Probably a little late to have an espresso. You know what I've been doing, Anthony? It's the one that you put over the stove.
Yeah.
That's the one you put in your tiramisu, right? The one that's over the stove.
Well, it's funny you said that, Joe.
Come on.
Oh yeah.
Tell me he's gonna break out a tiramisu.
Well,
You brought me one time.
Actually.
Come on.
yeah.
Why do you say that, Joe?
Oh, Anthony, you shouldn't have. You really should have. This is amazing.
Well, I knew you were coming, so
Thanks
I
so
baked
much.
the cake.
I love it. No, it's so good. You gave me two, right? I think
Yeah.
one I crushed in like
Yeah.
2 days, and then I'm like, I didn't know that one. I gotta get my mom. So
Yeah.
yeah, my mom and dad loved it.
Yeah. Other than
That's
you,
awesome.
You good?
Well, it's amazing.
No,
Actually,
I'm talking about mom and dad.
oh, did they like it? They loved it.
No, I'm talking about their health.
Are they good?
Oh, are they good? Yeah, they're fantastic. Thank you. Yeah, my dad, he's retired, so he just like walks everywhere. If any people in Niagara Falls are listening right now, they will probably see my dad walking around with no shirt on and a giant mustache.
That's awesome.
He's just everywhere. He's always walking.
Right on.
Anyway.
Right on.
And
That's
now has
awesome.
your mom reached the stage where she vacuums the front walkway?
Well, yeah, you got it.
Outside?
Oh, outside? No,
Oh,
we
yeah,
didn't
I've
sweep it up.
I've seen a few nuns out there.
Are they vacuum outside?
They vacuum the front walkway all the way out to the front
Sure.
sidewalk.
Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you know the stereotype of like watering the driveway.
Yeah.
It's true. You know why it's true? Because it feels great. It's fun to do.
Well,
You know, it's therapeutic. I mean, just get this driveway nice and all wet. It's a good time.
I don't know,
You're
me-
kind of preaching to the choir. I do a few side cleaning jobs here.
Oh, yeah.
I do kind of
That's your
water.
wheelhouse.
Yeah.
I've evolved from putting the thumb over top of the hose, washing it
You
down.
got an attachment, eh?
Oh, yeah.
You
I got a
created
couple.
an attachment, didn't you?
Come
Something
on.
like that?
I
Yeah.
did, actually.
Not scared.
I'm trying to patent a power washing gun right now.
Nice,
So,
nice. Yeah, get your driveway clean. It's therapeutic.
It is very therapeutic.
I'm just gonna sit here and listen to you two talk, so I don't have to do my job tonight.
Oh, awesome.
I'm loving
That's
this.
good.
Keep going. I'm loving this.
Sorry, the Italians coming.
No, I'm fine with it. I'm totally great
That's
with
so
it.
often I get to hang out with my kind of people.
No, no, I love this. This is great. Because last week, I don't know if you watched the show last week, but I had a really hard time interviewing the guys from Cryphilic because we're good friends, right?
Oh, yeah, great dudes.
They're fantastic. They're doing the metal market we have a metal market coming up in May. We're gonna
Okay.
Metal Market Mayhem. I did ask you guys to play, but John said you guys are busy, which I appreciate. I'm
Yeah.
glad you guys are busy.
Yeah, we got a lot going on. But once,
Yeah.
the album drops, and, I'm sure we'll get into that
When's that?
in a bit. But, yeah, once the album drops and all that stuff, we'll be playing live.
Awesome. All right.
Sure.
Well, yeah, keep me posted because I got a couple of new venues. We have some adventures going. So I definitely want to get you guys
Sweet.
doing some more stuff
Yeah.
around here. Sofa City's just kind of exploded. So
Nice, great.
yeah.
Perfect. I love that. More stuff around here is always better.
So
Always
yeah.
good.
Well, we need it, right? We're thirsty for metal around
Oh,
here.
yeah, we are.
Like,
We can't just have just St. Catherine's.
Well, you know that Sam Pedlin's show, not only did we raise over $2,500,
Yes.
but we turned away, spit my words out. We turned away over 50 people at the door.
Wow.
Which is,
so we sold the place out. It was jammed.
Yeah.
That's
Like, I
great.
mean, it's shitty people weren't getting in, but on the same token, like, it's really awesome that we all came together like that. And we had to turn people away, right?
Sam would have been really proud. That was a really fun night, and that was a special night.
Yeah, it was. I think he would have been a little bit mad about the spectacle, but I think it would be great at the same time because Sammy wasn't really a loud person. Like he could be loud musically, but him himself, he had a very quiet, comfortable presence. And we made some fucking noise for him.
Hell yeah, we did.
And your set.
Oh yeah.
That was so fun.
Different.
I've seen you guys probably the better part of 20, 30 times.
Probably, yeah.
Yeah, I've been to.
It was different, eh? Brought out some old tracks. And then, of course, a couple covers. You know, that was really cool to play some Motorhead and Black Sabbath. Those are my two favorites.
You guys nailed Motorhead.
I know those are Sam's two favorites.
Yeah, I'm married to Motorhead.
Not beautiful. Me and Sam have Motorhead and Sabbath all the time, and so that was really special. And I got to put on a different voice, which is always fun.
Yeah, and so let's talk about the song that Sam helped you guys mold.
Oh, okay, Artillery Communion. Yeah, I briefly talked about it on the show.
Right.
When we were up there.
Right.
So I wasn't there that day, but the guys were telling me about it. It was just like, John was recording his guitar tracks, and Sam always wanted to come by and, check it out, and, he loves John's guitar playing.
Oh, he was always into it, yeah. He loved you guys.
Yeah, he was awesome. Such a great, supportive Duskwalker.
Absolutely.
He came by, can I come by and just see how it goes? And we were doing it at Kale's, so John was recording his guitar tracks, and John and Kale were there, and I think John was there too. Both Johns. And anyway.
Oh yeah, John Squared.
Yeah,
that's right.
Yeah. So the guys were there, and I guess Sam was there hanging out, just sitting, being a fly on the wall, watching it all happen.
Yeah.
And John recorded the song Artillery Communion that day. I guess John got up, went to go take a piss, and then Sam said to Kale, he goes, hey, it'd be really cool if you guys did like a key change here. And I don't know exactly what he said, but he just gave an idea to Kale, and Sam said, don't tell John though. John walks in, first thing Kale does, hey John, Sam says you should do this.
Of course.
Sam probably read the face, and John was like, that's a great idea.
Yeah.
And he did it, and it's like one of our favorite parts on the album. It's just one little key change. Yeah. It's so heavy and so crushing. And vocally, the part that I do over there, it's one of my favorite vocal things that I do on the album.
That's awesome. It's so cool watching you get excited about it.
I love it. So it's so cool. I remember recording that and listening back that specific part, because I had a real low and gurgly on that part, and I just love the way it turned out. And that's when the guys told me after I recorded it. He goes, that's Sam. He's the one that put that there.
Oh, yeah.
And my reaction was like, of course.
Yeah.
Of course it was Sam.
Yeah. Well,
always had the best ideas.
That's awesome. They waited to tell you so that you got it out, and then they told you.
Yeah. That was really cool.
Yeah, no, that's great. This way, there's no choke up or anything like that. It was trying to get through all of that was difficult. It was hard. I ran to the green room a few times.
Yeah.
It was a wonderful evening. Again, we raised so much money.
That's so awesome. And just seeing everybody in the Niagara and St. Catharines scene, heavy metal, just all there, and the love and support for Sam, and having memories and talking about Sam. That was really cool.
It was so fun. We should in the near future throw a celebration of life party, but we should do it for all of us that are still here.
Yeah, that's cool.
I think that would be a super fun party, because we all always get together when somebody passes away. We're all right next to each other, and we're there for each other. Let's do it all our life. Let's celebrate being here.
Yeah, because it is unfortunate, when someone passes, then you start to appreciate the time when they were here with us. But it's which is great. It's great. Everyone does that when anyone passes.
Oh, of course. We need it, right? We all need it. Yeah, we're all still here.
Oh, absolutely. So, but no, you make a good point, though. We are still here, and it's good to appreciate your friends and your loved ones while we're still here.
Yeah, well, like I always say, we live every day, and we only die once. Unless you're me, then you die twice. But we do. We live every day, so why are we not living, right?
Yeah,
why not live?
I like that. That's a really cool idea.
So, awesome. Good. Now you guys are going to headline. Let John know.
Sweet. Speaking of headlining and Sam, I remember that last show we played before the Sam show. I think it was the summer. Yeah, it was in July of the summer 2023.
I feel like I was there.
It was Duskwalker, Eaten by Sharks,
Yep.
Sinner AD,
That's right. I was there.
Temple of Night.
What a fucking party that was.
Night that was. But I'm pretty sure it was that show, and I pointed at Sam. I saw him while I was up on the stage.
Yeah.
I pointed at him, like singled him out, and I could see like, fuck you, Joey. Just
Well, it was.
like he was just like, no.
It was funny. I went to that show with him, but it was funny because that night Sam Pentland was on one side of me and Sam Crowley was on the other side of me, and the two of them tower over me.
Big dudes.
So like I was in the middle of a sandwich. I know, right?
That's amazing.
Wow.
I know.
Should have dropped that
I
at the end
know.
of
Is
this
it banjo
podcast.
power now?
Right? Like
Wow.
the business partner's a genius with her wit.
That was
I'm
great.
telling you.
That was great.
So yeah, it was. It was a sandwich. Tell me that's not fucking
No, it is.
and lame at the
That's
same
not-
time.
That's great. That's
But I
great.
guess I don't know. I've never done a real interview before, Joe, so this is kind of weird for me. So I'm just gonna think of oddball questions. So
Sure, go ahead. That's the best.
So you were talking about like near like death experiences
Yep.
and things like that. Have you ever had one?
Have I? Like a near-death experience?
Yeah, like where some like I could have just died there.
Oh, 100%. Yeah, totally.
Yeah.
What's
You want me to get into
what's
detail?
the most
Yeah.
interesting one you've had?
Just, being stupid and
Well-
younger, my friends, we'd always go down to the gorge when we were like in high school. And
Oh, I just told you this.
there's
Come on.
there's a spot on top of the gorge. Like, when you park,
Mhm.
closer to the golf course,
Mm-hmm.
not about the wooden stairs. So
Cinderella stairs.
is that what they're called?
Yes.
They're just wooden stairs and the metal stairs.
Yep. Cinderella stairs.
Okay.
And steel stairs.
So, I parked, you park there and I went to the wooden stairs area. And there's like a little top part if you walk. There's
Yeah.
a little like,
It's like a trail.
Yeah, and then it
Top.
takes you to the lookout.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
I was there. My friends and I would always hang out there, do shenanigans,
Yeah.
smoke some joints or whatever. And I thought it would be funny to just climb the tree that's over the
Overhanging.
overhanging. Yeah, and I just was hanging over and like the branch broke.
No.
And I just managed to kick my feet over and finally
Oh my god.
like land on footing, and if I didn't do that I would have
Yep.
oh wait,
Yeah.
I'm I hope my mom's not listening.
So well, it's better that we get to tell our parents these things after we
Afterwards.
fully live
Yeah,
through
yeah.
them.
It's,
Yeah.
You're still
Right?
alive, so
Yeah, but it was like one of those moments where I'm like I could have died.
Yeah, well, like I mean, we should. I never even thought about having a segment on the show, the dumbest shit we've ever done.
Oh shit.
You know, like I mean, I've done some pretty dumb shit. I was just telling Anthony about my gorge story today about how I almost fell and my brothers had to carry me out on their back.
I feel like everyone in Niagara Falls has a near-death experience story because of the gorge.
Oh,
I fell in the gorge.
yeah.
That
Well,
one the rocks?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I was hanging out with a friend of mine, and his dad's like, "Well, you guys shouldn't be sitting around playing video games. Let's go for a hike."
Yep.
So, him, my friend, and my fat ass, we go down to the Niagara Falls Gorge, and he thought it was okay to take me down there, and so we're climbing up this probably a good 70-degree
Yep.
hike, and
yep. All the hills in there.
oh
are.
man, just gravity just was starting to take its toll on me, and yeah, my fat ass went down, and I don't even know how I stopped, but yeah, I was going down pretty fast.
It's a dangerous area.
Oh, it's
It
horrible.
is. Well,
It's amazing. They do tell you don't go down there, but do you?
Everybody says,
Well,
yeah,
here's the
you gotta
thing.
be safe though.
For a long time,
Hey,
that
she doesn't need to hear
That-
that. She doesn't need to go down there.
she goes down there all the time with me. For a long time, they never advertised the gorge being for tourism.
No,
And-
well, that's what I always tell people when I come to the falls.
Yeah.
Where do I go? Like, the hill and all that stuff.
Yeah,
Hey,
yeah.
Of course, go see the falls. But the gorge, that's where you gotta go.
Absolutely, but like you gotta be fucking careful.
Yeah, it's
You
like,
know, like,
it's like
they
a
never-
orangutan exhibit. It's nice to look at. But just don't get close.
Right, and like okay, so it's a $10,000 fine if you get rescued still alive in certain areas of the falls, right? Well
But
now.
the orange helicopters come.
Well, any helicopter that pulls you out, like
Yeah.
I mean, you've got paramedics, you've got firefighters, you've got police, you got paperwork, you've got a lot of stuff that all that shit costs money, right?
Yeah.
So I mean, police aren't making $10 an hour, right? So I mean, you
They're risking their lives to protect you.
exactly.
Yeah,
So like, if you do dumb shit, they're gonna charge you for doing that dumb
Mhm.
shit. Why are we telling tourists to go down in the gorge when every other day there's a new rescue? Whereas it never used to be like that.
Well, I think that's why we it's not advertised as much, just in case, because I'm
so are
sure.
we capitalizing on tourism?
I don't know. This is turning like a PSA. Be safe.
Right.
On the topic
Absolutely.
of the gorge, though, one of my favorite gorge experiences I've ever done. Again, it was probably like at the end of high school, maybe beginning of college. Me and my buddies, two of my friends, we went down to the gorge. It was at like midnight. It was a full moon, and we decided to go down to the gorge, do the whole thing. Wooden stairs to metal stairs.
Oh,
Pitch
what
dark.
an adventure!
Pitch dark. Only the full moon. You know, we need some flashlights a little bit.
Yeah.
But other than that, yeah, we did the whole thing. We didn't get back up. Like I said, we went down there at like midnight,
Yeah.
maybe 1. We didn't get back up till like 9 in the morning.
Especially at past
We were
this
there
parking.
all night. I had to work at 11, and I was working at a haunted house at the time.
Right, which I was going to
At
talk to you about
Streamers.
soon. Yeah.
Yeah, so I had to work at 11, and we got back up at like 9 a.m. Went to McDonald's, got breakfast. I'm like, all right, I gotta go work. It was the craziest, but most surreal
Well, I think
moment of my life. It was awesome.
up
Great experience.
until your generation, because we discovered there's quite the age gap between us.
Yeah, I'm a young cat.
Yeah, you're not even 30 yet, are you?
I almost know. I'm turning 30 this year.
Are you?
Yeah, it's weird.
So yeah, but I think with your generation, like from your generation back to our generations, we're all just built different. When I partied,
Yeah.
I could go and party until 5 minutes before my shift. Throw
Yeah,
some
that's
mouthwash
like
in
that.
my mouth, right hammered, and go and, hey guys, what can I get you today? No problem.
Put
And
the
I did
face
it for
on.
years.
Yeah.
Yeah, and we did it for years.
Well, you're dying on the inside.
Yeah,
You do
yeah.
it. You
And
gotta
now,
do it.
like,
Yeah.
kids,
Gotta
paper
learn it.
cut, and they're like, fuck, I can't go to work. And it's like, what do you mean you can't go to work? I
Right.
fell down the gorge with a broken leg and went to fucking work.
My mom always told me at the beginning, if you want to play, you gotta pay.
That's right. That's
So,
right.
you
Did
know,
you hear that, child? No, she can't hear
Sometimes
If
anything.
you're if you're gonna do dumb shit,
So-
you gotta know.
Well, you gotta
You're
pay
gonna
for your
you're
dumb
gonna-
shit,
you're gonna
right?
pay for it. There's
That's
gonna be a
right.
receipt.
I would say,
Like the next morning,
You
so-
do stupid things, you get stupid results.
Well,
Yep.
you know, what did we do? Oh, for the hot sauce challenge, play stupid games, win stupid prizes. And we gave away 1-ply toilet paper as the constipation prize.
Yeah, I'm not doing the hot stuff anymore. Everyone tells you when you get older, they're always like, oh, hangovers are brutal when you get older. That's because you forget to drink water.
Yeah,
Hangovers
because you
are
forget
fine.
how to drink.
Yeah, you forget how to drink
Yeah,
water.
yeah.
When
Less sugar in your
you-
alcohol.
that's
you're
a
fine.
myth. Oh, hangovers get worse. You're fine. Just drink water.
Yeah,
You're
that's right.
fine.
That's
What
right.
no one tells you about is that hot food affects you when you get older.
Does it?
Oh my God. It
I
kinda like kills my tummy.
No, I after my
Dying.
heart attacks, before my heart attacks, I couldn't look at Frank's without crying.
Oh yeah?
And now after my heart attacks, I'm like the hotter, the better, the fucking hotter,
Oh,
the
my
hotter,
God.
the hotter. And I'm one of the few people that can wake up the next morning and live my life like I didn't eat hot
Wow,
sauce
good
the
for
night
you.
before.
Good for you. I'm like the opposite. Was always hot. I'm always eating
Yeah.
hot food, but now the more and more I get older, it's tough.
Well, and that's funny because I have a friend I call my fake dad because like he's a little bit older, but he is very much like me, fat mouth, attitude, everything.
Great.
And Justin McClay actually introduced me to him. He was like, "This is my friend Bruce. This is your long lost daughter," and that's how we've been ever since. And he called me at 8:00 this morning, and then he called me again today. Well, we were here setting up the office because this is my new office.
Beautiful.
And Joey want hot potatoes? No, save that for cryophilic. Because I couldn't remember. I knew you liked the hot stuff, but I couldn't remember if you're still eating it.
Oh, I do. I just
So-
take it a little easy. I'm not killing
I don't
myself
know
the
what
night
that
before.
means. So yeah, moderation's not a word for me. I just noticed that my cat ate some of my microphone.
Nice.
I'm looking at that tiramisu and I'm like, I could take it.
Who gave it up?
Yeah,
Hey, do you want a spoon right now?
Oh, brother, I'm gonna bring this home. I'm probably gonna eat all this tonight.
Yeah,
You want me
nice.
to put it back on ice for you?
Sure. All right. That's a good idea. Appreciate that. Thanks again, Anthony.
My pleasure.
Yeah, no, we were excited about this interview. I was really excited.
Sweet.
It's good
Yeah, me
because
too.
we just worked together for the show, right? So
Yeah,
for
we
Sam's
spoke
show.
about it at the same show.
Yeah.
We did an interview before.
Yeah, at my
years ago.
house.
Was that during COVID?
It was.
I think so. Yeah,
It
was that your
was.
house? That was fun.
Yeah, that's right. Because we were talking about how we bent the rules to be able to still do the interview with people in my house,
Oh yes, we did. Yeah.
right?
Yeah,
Because
that was a fun time.
because you couldn't have more than 5 people around and all that stuff.
No.
And we took
Suggestions.
all the production rules for filming feature films,
Yeah.
and we applied that to the podcast, and that's how we didn't get in any trouble.
Wow.
Nobody said a word to us. We didn't have any issues. I had up to 15 people in my house at a time sometimes.
Nice.
And there was nothing they could do about it because we had a camera on us at all times. The second somebody knocked on my door, I turned the camera on. we're recording. There's nothing they could do about it. So that's how we did it. I just recorded when people would show up, and we never got in any trouble. No, nothing. It was great. And we did some of the best shows during that time. We had Snake River Redemption
Shout out,
coming up.
band.
So they're in the studio, it looks like.
Good.
And
'Cause I thought they were calling it quits.
well, Getty moved. He got a great job. He's out of Toronto right now.
Mhm.
I think he's out of Toronto right now. But they did end up with another drummer, and it looks like they're in the studio, and it looks like they've got a couple of shows coming up. And fingers crossed, one of those shows is the Threat Signal show that's coming up.
Oh yeah, I saw that. Yeah, but that's great. I love those guys, Snake River.
Yeah,
they're still doing stuff.
Oh, Josh is one of my good friends. I talk to him on a regular
He's a great
basis.
dude.
And I love the
So
other
funny.
kids.
Yeah,
They're so
I love
fun.
his personality. It's great.
Oh, he helped me with the hot sauce challenge. It was a royal shit show. He started eating the hot chocolate cupcakes, and because I made them with hot sauce.
Oh, beautiful.
Right? So he's eating these hot chocolate cupcakes, not realizing that the bag he grabbed was the edible cupcakes. So, which he is a bad habit of doing. So he was like 7 cupcakes in before I went, Josh, what did you just do?
Oh, brother.
And then he ate another one before he put it down.
You shouldn't have told him anything. Just wait till it kicked in.
Right? Right? That would have been funny.
It's always fun to watch those people that aren't used to it. My brother did that with a bunch of mushroom brownies, and
Ooh.
my brother's not really. He's a bit of a stick in the mud when it comes to that kind of stuff. And yeah, he all of a sudden started tripping balls, and he wanted to go to the hospital and get his stomach pumped, that kind of thing. Yeah, like, what did you waste it for?
Oh,
Just let it
no.
ride.
Yeah, it'll be fine. Just put on Evil Dead 2, watch the whole thing. You'll be all right.
Watch any good horror movies lately?
Yeah, I'm always watching crazy shit. Well, I'm in a big zombie mood. I love The Walking Dead, and I've been watching.
So you want Rochon?
Yeah, Rochon.
Yeah.
Oh God, yeah, huge fan of Rochon.
Oh, it's great, eh?
And yeah, so I watched Sunday's episode. That was really
That
great.
was good.
And I actually watched all of Walking Dead this November for the first time. All of it in the whole. It took me a whole month to watch every day. Just watching
All
an episode.
11 seasons?
Yeah, I love it. I love every episode. I love it. There wasn't an episode that was like it's stupid. They're all great. I had a good time.
That's, I think,
That's
one of
awesome.
my favorites was when Rick bit Buddy.
Of course. Oh, he ripped his. Oh my God.
Rick bit his neck out. Oh fuck. That was
Tainted Meat. Oh my God. I do a whole podcast talking about that show because I love it so much. So yeah, watching a lot of zombie stuff. What did I watch recently? I don't know. My brain's a little foggy because I've been watching a lot of Love Is Blind because Karen's into that. And I'm just slowly getting into it because I walk by the TV. This is stupid.
Yeah.
And then I get
Then you
closer.
sit and you watch
Next
it.
day I watch. Oh, what's he doing? Why would he say that to her? Why would you say that, you idiot? I get closer and like, and I say, she's the dumbass. And then I get locked in.
Oh, yeah.
Now I'm locked in with that.
And then Karen doesn't want to watch it, and you're all mad.
Yeah, then she's on her phone. I'm like, Karen, watch. Look what he's doing. So yeah.
My ex-husband and I were like that with Sons of Anarchy. I didn't want to watch it at all. And then I decided, you know what, I'm going to check out the first episode because Kate Segal from Married with Children is in it. And she's one of my favorite actresses, right? She's super versatile. So I watched the first episode, and Adam was like, I'm not watching this shit. I watched the second episode. He's like, I'm not watching it. So I get halfway through the first season, and I can see him fucking around on his phone doing this, watching over my shoulder. Well, by the second season, he wasn't waiting for me to get off work. He was just watching the episodes without me. And I was like, what are you doing?
Cheating.
I started this.
Yeah, doing that.
So,
Yeah, when you guys get invested, you got to watch it all the way through.
well, yeah,
Together.
yeah. So, yeah, no.
You can't start a show with somebody and then just
And
start
not wait
watching
for
one.
that.
No, that's just wrong.
So now I will admit, because like I can admit it now, there was because he was a diesel mechanic for Cotton, so he did a lot of late night shifts, and sometimes I would watch 2 or 3 episodes and then wait for him to come home and I'd rewatch the episodes and act like I had no idea what was going on.
Terrible. You're a horrible wife. Terrible.
Why do you think I'm divorced?
Terrible. So, but actually, I watched a good Dracula side. Like it was a side story of Dracula. So I think it's on Prime. Something the Demeter.
Oh, the last voyage of the Demeter.
Oh my God, that was fantastic.
Yeah, I'm glad you brought that up because now I watch that tonight. It's on my watch list.
That was fantastic.
Awesome.
So it's a story. So it's Dracula. He's in a box, and they're getting him from on a boat from Romania to England.
Ooh, it
Yeah.
already sounds like
Oh,
something
man,
I want to
just-
watch.
Yeah,
Yeah, no, I did.
Oh, I
don't
don't
watch
know.
that. It's on Prime.
Phenomenal.
I want to check
It
that out.
was so good.
Okay, yeah, and I have Prime. We don't like, so for the first 2 years that we lived in my house, in the house that we're in now, we had no television and we had no couch. We would just go out and do stuff all the time. And if we weren't doing stuff, we'd go in our rooms and do whatever. And then we ended up with television and a couch at the same time. And no Netflix or anything.
Usually go hand in hand, television.
I wouldn't know. I don't watch TV, right? I don't know.
Places I clean, they're usually together.
I don't know. Because we were so busy, right? Like I had Sofa City Sounds, and like I was just finally able to travel with Sofa City because before I was doing everything from home and I was just writing. Well, now we're writing, we're putting on shows, we're doing podcasts, we're doing biography books. We've got all kinds of stuff that we're on the go with, right? So I didn't have time for a TV because I have ADHD. If I sit down and watch one episode of anything, I'm fucked for the rest of the day, right? I can't take my shoes off and I can't sit down, otherwise no work gets done. So no TV, no Netflix or couch and whatever. And then I started dating this guy and he was like, I'm just going to bring over a whole bunch of DVDs, right? And we'll get a DVD player and that's it. Well, then we ended up with Netflix. We ended up with Prime. We ended up with all this stuff. And I was like, I don't know how people keep track of it all.
Well,
How-
actually, I have a way of keeping track of all of that for next to peanuts. So I have a friend. And so there's, obviously, you remember the old black boxes where we used to watch pay-per-views and
Oh, yeah.
you get all the free pay-per-views. So like the new modern way of doing it now is with Fire TV. So I have a friend that knows how to hack into those. He puts programs in them and you just pay him a few bucks every 6 months and you get all Netflix, Prime, you get everything. Anything you could think of, all the NFL, all the MLB, all of it, all there, all free.
That's crazy,
All
right?
free. You can get channels from Iran, whatever. It's all there. 6,000 channels.
That's crazy. I'm not like. I mean, I'm lucky I was able to set up the fucking microphone for the show.
So you don't need. So you don't need to pay for Netflix. You don't need to pay for Crave. All those subscriptions gone.
That's
I
awesome.
don't pay for cable. I don't pay for anything but my internet and my buddy to give me my black.
That's fantastic. Yeah,
Nice.
no,
That's
we
cool.
only have Prime now and Paramount, and YouTube.
Yeah.
That's it. And I mean, honestly,
If
they
you
have
get
it,
AMC,
right?
it shutters with that. I just got AMC just so I can watch Rashawn.
Yeah.
And all the Walking Dead spin-offs.
Right
It's
on.
basically my Walking Dead
And
machine.
it's all free on my stick.
And then you get Shutter on there too. But that's better. Free's always better than
Yeah, free.
Put that
Well,
on one of those.
just free is always better.
Well, I mean, it's
But
not
yeah, in this case, free is way
I mean,
better.
it basically costs. It's $90 every 6 months.
Oh,
That's nothing.
It's peanuts.
That's nothing.
compared to all the other stuff you got to pay
Yeah.
That's
for.
less than what I
It's
pay
Just
for
think of it.
Paramount on its own.
Exactly.
Nice.
So-
And you got Paramount. Like, and the only decent show I've ever seen on Paramount was that Tulsa King. Did you watch that yet?
No, I heard it's
You
good.
still haven't watched it?
You told me about that. Yeah, I still gotta watch it.
Stallone's one of Stallone's best performances.
Oh, he's great.
Oh my God, is it ever good? I mean, Italian stallion.
Beautiful.
Right
Love
on.
Rocky.
God.
You know what? Love Rocky 5. I say it.
All of them are
I don't
great
care.
movies.
I
I
don't
don't care what anyone says. They're all
Rocky
great, and I like
Yeah.
Rocky 5. I like that they dive into like the concussions.
Yeah.
Well, that was
Actually,
I think it's great.
that's
I
really
ran those
underrated.
stairs that he did in the movie in Philadelphia. I ran those.
You ran the stairs,
I
eh?
ran the stairs.
Nice.
That's
I
awesome.
was tired after.
Yeah, I bet.
Yeah.
I
I
don't
was
know.
fat too.
I know. I die after the gorge stairs.
Yeah.
I run up. Well, in the summer, I run up the gorge, and I went from 6.5 minutes to 3 minutes. I still fucking die. I get to the top, and I'm like,
shit.
it's like it was when I drank, and it took me 2 hours to get out loaded. I still feel the same way when I get to the top.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Well, I only felt like that, like back in the day when I had them big baloney tits on me. Like it was.
Baloney tits. Hey, we got fucking baloney tits over here.
That's your new name.
Hey, who's coming over today? Yeah, baloney tits. Baloney tits gonna be there? Oh,
That's
God.
my partner.
I gotta make sure I
Baloney
show up with baloney. I'm stealing that. By the way. That is now added to my verbiage. It will be used as a compliment as well as a chirp. It's interchangeable.
That's fantastic.
Thank you, Anthony.
That's wonderful. So, okay, let's talk this new album and recording
Sure.
and all this fun stuff that
Sure.
you guys are up to.
Yeah. So we got a new album coming out.
Yes.
And we're signed with Black Lion Records
Amazing.
out of Sweden.
Congratulations.
Thank you. I
And
appreciate
Sweden
that.
too. You couldn't get a
Yeah,
more
we got-
beautiful
We
country.
got our album mixed out in Sweden as well. Marco from The Crown did it. And,
Right on.
You know, it's got a little bit of that Swedish chainsaw guitar
Woo-hoo.
tone added to it.
Right
I
on.
really like the sound of it.
I can't wait.
So yeah, it'll be released in the summer. I don't know if I can release the actual date yet.
That's fine.
But it will be released in the summer.
Okay. Right
And
on.
yeah, we're really looking forward to this record because it's 10 songs, straight heavy metal. No intros or outros or any fancy
Beautiful.
stuff.
Yep.
We like to do sometimes.
Yeah.
Throw a little fancy stuff on
Yeah.
there. But this time we just, it's just, this is our Rain and Blood.
Sometimes
just really heavy songs.
raw and right to the point
Yeah.
is
Absolutely.
is the best.
And it's exciting in terms of like what it's about. It's very like more relatable. With Duskwalker, we like to dive into the horror and the
Right.
sci-fi.
Yeah.
The profound and twisted and stuff like that. Whereas this album, it's a little bit more based in reality, things people can connect
Right.
with.
Right.
The words that I looked for writing lyrics and just the overall vibe is anger, ferocity.
Yep.
A lot of the
That's a great word.
yeah, it is. A lot of the
That's a great
vocals, like my vocals, they sound angry. I want people to hear that and say, "Who hurt Joey?" I want people to think that because
He said that so softly. Joey.
is he okay?
Did Karen hurt him?
Yeah. I want people to think that because it's very, very angry. I just like that sound. I
Yeah.
like, when Tom Araya or
Yeah, I love
Jason
that.
Netherton from Misery Index.
Yeah.
It just has that anger
Yeah.
behind their voice.
Yeah.
It sounds real.
When you can feel what's going
Yeah,
on, when you
I
hear in the sound of the music.
Yeah. I like listening to vocalists where I can picture them
Yeah.
in the booth, the veins are popping out of their neck,
Yeah.
pulsating face. And
Yeah.
I like that. So I wanted to have that sound by, writing about concepts that you can connect with,
Yeah.
things that make you angry.
Yeah. No,
So
that's awesome.
a lot of stuff like that is in there. Things that piss us off.
Yeah. No,
But
that's
I think
good.
it comes through naturally through the music with the concepts that were talked about in this album.
Right on. That's awesome. I'm excited. I can't wait. for
Thanks.
this
Yeah, no,
album.
I
I
mean,
mean, I've been excited for all your albums. I've been hanging around you guys since The Offering.
Oh hell yeah!
Right?
Well, yeah, I was a fan of the Offering,
So,
right? So
yeah.
it's still cool for me.
Yeah.
to be in the
Yeah.
band.
So now you guys and Duskwalker. And speaking, how did you guys come up with Duskwalker?
Well,
I know it's such a generic
well,
question.
they were
but-
the Offering first, and
Yes,
there was
yes.
that cease and desist because there's like 3 other bands called the Offering.
Yeah, I saw that.
There's a song on the first record, Codex Mysterium,
Right?
called Duskwalker.
Oh, okay.
And it just, I guess, a Duskwalker to us is someone who comes out at night.
Yes.
So that could be us as metalheads. We
Right.
come out at night, we're going to that concert.
Yeah.
Or it could be a vampire, or a zombie, or
Right.
a werewolf, or a hooker.
Yeah.
I was gonna say our dusk stalker.
Yeah, that's
Right
yeah.
on.
So yeah, it's just Duskwalker. It's got a cool
Yeah, I like
heavy
it.
metal sound to it.
Yeah,
and like I
it
said,
does.
it all at the end of the day, it's because it was the Offering, and we couldn't have the Offering.
Right.
So
Right.
it's just Duskwalker. It's a cool name.
Yeah.
As soon
No,
as I
that's-
heard your name for the first time, all I could think was like Dustle Dawn, Tarantino.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, sure, absolutely.
Yeah, it's a great movie. That's a
They were
great
on
movie
that,
to be associated with.
Yeah, yeah.
So yeah.
So yeah, we like the horror and all that stuff. So
Yeah.
it,
Yeah. Oh,
it's a
you
good,
guys
it's
are
a good
into
vibe.
that
It's a good
stuff.
fit.
Oh,
I
absolutely.
like that you could read our logo. Not that I dislike bands that you can't read their logo. I think that's awesome. But
I see.
I
Are
do
you
like that
feeling
ours
the
is
same
very,
way?
very Judas Priest,
Oh.
like sharp.
When
I like that.
William, I guess William Yum Yum, that's how everybody knows him.
Metal Paparazzi.
Out of Toronto, yeah, he's one of the 4 of us actually. Him and Welter are the originals, but Keith had made myself, Miles LeBlanc, William, and himself all Metal Paparazzi patches.
Sweet,
So we all have them right here on our vests.
sweet. I think I saw him at Pantera on Sunday.
So he,
Were you there on
yeah, but William was standing next to me.
Where were you sitting?
It was 118th section. We were right
Oh,
next to
it's
the sound
121.
stage. You were right next to us.
Wow, cool.
So it was Josh, our buddy John, then William, then me, then Mark Coots, then Elvis, and then we
Sweet.
had another 4 of us right ahead of us.
Sweet.
There's Carrie, Jay, Noof, and Jody. Why do I never remember her name? She's the one person that sticks out in my head out of all of us the most of that night, and I never.
She's watching this, sticking her fist up.
Yeah, right.
Deadly Wanda.
She was so fun. Oh my God, the joints flew around that night. Fuck.
They should.
That was a great show. That was really.
It was a wild show. It was so fun.
Yeah, that was really cool.
Yeah.
Did you see the Glorious Sons the other night? Or?
No, I missed out on the Glorious Sons. I heard it was good though. It was a really
Yeah.
good concert.
So we caught them in the summer. Actually, I got pictures of you
Did I?
and Melody together.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Yeah,
That
because
was
my
at
kid ran into
Canal
us.
Days.
That was at Canal Days. I was there.
Yeah, because I would have walked right past you. My kid was like, "That's Joey."
I don't want to talk about Canal Days.
Yeah, I've heard the story. I'm sorry.
After
sorry.
I saw you at Canal Days, it was a shit show right after that. And I learned, don't take my family to an outdoor concert that day.
Good to know.
Don't take, no offense, kid. Kids can ruin things once in a while. Right? When they don't want to do things they don't want to do.
The first time I saw Pantera, this one over here in the corner made it very, very clear to me that she was ready to go. And if I didn't leave, she was going to make the rest of the show very uncomfortable.
Ooh.
And I like, she's sound sensitive. She went based on the fact that she was getting corn dogs and ice cream because it was Pantera. I didn't know if they were ever coming around again, and I didn't want to experience it with anybody except for my children. Melody was already coming with me. She goes to shows with me all the time. I didn't want her to be, I didn't want her not come with. So I was like, well, corn dogs, ice cream. What is it you want? What do you want? So the car broke down halfway there. We left it, went to the show, stayed at our aunt's house, had the car towed back home. But what a fucking party it was, And I mean, they, for the most part, they did pretty good. But I didn't know if they were ever coming around again. And Pantera with your kids.
Yeah.
Brian Swayze brought his 3-year-old to the show.
Good.
Yeah.
That's
He said he had a fucking blast.
great.
But
That's good.
they wanted to go. She had earplugs in. She had headphones on. She had her phone, so she was okay. No, she was done. She's like, I cannot do this anymore. So I told her, I said, since you guys are making me leave, we're going to merch first. So we go to merch. Who's waiting for us? Rita.
Oh no way.
Yeah.
Rita was at the show.
Yeah. No. She was at the show in the summer, right?
Okay.
So we go over to the merch, and I said to my kids, I said, this is Rita. And Melody said to me, Rita signed bracelets for us, right? Because my kids have bins that they get when they're 18 years old. And it's stuff that I've collected over the years for them. As they've grown up, or as they're growing up and whatever, like their very first outfit was in there, and, little things like that. So I had a bunch of bracelets. I had 2 bracelets signed by Rita that Josh actually sold me 15 years ago. We ended up getting them signed, put it in the box, and then when the girls and I were at the show, and Melody said to me, this is the Rita that signed the bracelets for me. And I said, yeah. So I started explaining the story to Melody, and Rita remembered signing the bracelets for the kids.
Oh, that's nice.
Which was so cool. So my 2 kids got to hear Rita, and it was mostly me, but Rita, she was like, yeah, I remember that. So yeah, it was really cool.
That's awesome.
It was awesome.
Do you have a memorable moment when you went to a rock show that, oh my God, I can't believe that just happened to me?
Yeah, the one that sticks out of my brain all the time, one of my favorite moments, is the first time I saw Bruce Springsteen in 2010.
Awesome.
Yeah, I was front row, from me to you away from Bruce.
Yep.
And at the end of the show, he puts the house lights on and says, bows to the crowd.
Right.
Shot the horns at Bruce. Shot him right back at me. Stared me right in the eyes. Yeah. I know that was for me. Who else put the double?
Right.
At a Bruce Springsteen show. So me and Bruce had a moment.
Yeah, right.
We had a boss. So
Yeah,
that was awesome.
That's fantastic.
That was really cool. And yeah, there's so many. Stage dive, my first stage dive.
What show was your first stage dive at?
First stage dive probably would have been, it was Dark Tranquility.
Nice.
Yeah, that was really cool. And then the last stage dive I did was at FTA, and no one wanted to catch me. I'm a 230-pound man, and no one wants to hold. And I fell.
You had them baloney tits too, right?
Yeah, I had them baloney tits though. I ain't catching this guy. Fuck that. So I fell, and it hurt.
Wow. So what's the most unlikely show you've ever been to?
Unlikely show?
Yeah. What's the one band that nobody would expect to see you at a show at that you've been to, that you bought tickets to?
Boy, good question. Well, there are shows I want to go to that I haven't gone to yet that no one would expect.
Well, like Gordy said, no one's interested in something you didn't do.
Right.
It's true.
Yeah.
Of course I'd love to see Shania Twain live.
That'd be
Yeah,
fun.
Come on, really?
She'd
Love
be a
to
fucking
see.
party.
Yeah, I would
Alright,
love
so I
to
don't
see
know if I can
Shania
cave with that
Twain.
one. All right.
Right on.
All right.
I go to a Katy Perry show. I think she's great and she's fun to watch.
Yeah,
I like Dua Lipa. I think she's a good pop artist and she's fun. I'd like to go
Wow,
to one
I
of her
never
shows.
thought I'd get 3 out of you.
Yeah, I'd go to those. Yeah, I have.
Yeah.
I was waiting for Taylor Swift to come up.
I don't care. Who cares?
What is going
There's-
on?
it's all
Restart
different.
default. Oh, okay, we're good. We're good.
What'd you do?
We're good.
So, but no crazy shows to say like, oh, I'm embarrassed. I actually can't.
No, I'm never embarrassed for anything that I listen to.
Like I can say, you remember the old band Candy and the Backbeat?
Yeah.
That was the first band I ever saw live.
So the first band I ever saw live was Sloan in Buffalo.
I met their parents.
And they, that's cool. They had a band called the Gravel Pit open up for them.
Yeah.
I was just getting into like my own musical style and stuff like that, and I discovered Korn, and I was like, I have to go. So I begged my
That was
mother.
really good live. I've seen it
Oh,
live.
they were fucking amazing
Yeah,
live. It was the
they're
Follow
really
the Leader tour. So Rob Zombie and Korn were touring together, right?
Was I at that one?
So a band named Video
Yes, I
Drum
was.
opened for them.
Yes.
It was when they had the big cage in the back with everybody that won the tickets to be in the cage at the back of the show, like the back of the
Okay, was
set.
that what year was that? Because I was at Rob Zombie and Korn.
Hellbelly Deluxe just came out.
Okay, no.
So
That album's fantastic.
it was a fucking great show. I did end up getting the tickets to that show, but I begged my mom for tickets to that show, and she comes home with tickets to the fucking Backstreet Boys.
Nice.
Well, I went, and I was
Yeah?
front row, and let
No
me
way.
tell
Good
you,
show?
one of the best I've seen them twice.
Good.
Come on.
I've seen them twice. I've seen Backstreet Boys twice. And it was one of the best.
That's all that matters.
Well,
Who
fuck,
cares?
it was fun. It was a wild party. It was cool. They had MJ and Glenn Lewis open up. Both shows I saw them at, and they were like 1 year apart.
Wow.
They were fun though. It was a fucking fun party. It was cool.
Cool.
That's
all that matters. Right?
Yeah, especially with metal, right?
Yes.
So like being a metalhead and you know going to stuff like that. I mean, of course, I went in my Nirvana T-shirt and my ripped jeans, and I didn't care. I didn't look like everybody else. That's for sure.
I had a very
As
similar.
long as you're having
situation.
fun.
Oh, I had a great time.
I used to do security for concerts
Mhm.
back in like late '90s. First concert I ever worked at was Eden Fest at Moseport. It was a 3-day festival.
Ooh, nice.
First day they threw me on stage, but I'll never
Did
forget
you
one
see
day.
the face? Did you
Yeah,
like
no,
it
they're
or
fucking
what?
terrible.
I'm sorry
No,
for cutting you
the-
off, but I
was
just
pissed.
watched
They
his
got rid of
whole
the
face.
Landshark
No,
ones. The Landshark ones were
I
actually good.
appreciate it, but yeah, that sucked.
See, I haven't tried that one yet, so I was afraid to try it because the first two were.
I'll be honest, man. I don't like these seltzers. Like a lot of people are drinking them now. But that's fine.
Yeah.
But I don't like them
No,
Because
because
you know what it is. It's like I'll just drink a pop. I'll drink a bubbly.
Yeah.
You know, if I'm gonna go that route, I'm just have a bubbly.
Well, it just punches you in the face a little bit.
Well, it looked like Joey got punched pretty hard.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off, but I watched
I
something
know, and
go
I'm
on
sorry I
inside.
missed it too because every
Yeah,
sip
like
I've ever had of one of these, they're absolutely terrible.
Yeah, this
You
thing.
can watch it again
filling the
later.
void- It's filling the void right now, but I mean, they're terrible. But I'll never forget when I was doing the security gig, I was at an event in Toronto, and it was not one that I knew I was showing up to.
Right.
They're like, you just got a gig, be here for X time.
Mm-hmm.
And I walk in, and it was a Punjabi concert.
They
And
throw some fun
I
parties.
swear to God, when my shift was done, I had to wait for my buddy to be off because
Yeah.
he had to work a little longer. I was just part-time or whatever. I took the uniform off, and I was in screwing the light bulb stuff and the turkey in with them, man. Like, I was just,
That's
they were
awesome.
loving it. They were having a grand old time.
Well,
with
they
me.
throw good
Oh, yeah,
parties.
right in, and they just welcome you.
They
right in.
do.
Nice.
Yeah.
A friend of mine
Right in with it.
just
And I'm grateful.
just did a wedding.
Yeah.
They had just done a wedding, and he went with his girlfriend, and he said it was like one of the most wild. There was 1,000 people there, and they knew every one of them, and it was like choreographed dancing that nobody planned or anything like that. The spread,
Oh, that's what was happening in front of me. I'm like, wow, what is this?
the
People
spread. He
dancing
said it was
crazy.
like 5 tables
Yeah.
long, and it was crazy.
Oh,
They're
yeah,
like.
you've never seen that. You've seen a Punjabi.
Oh no! Yeah, you're right. You're right. They throw one hell of a party,
It is a
man.
party, man. I'll tell you, it is a party.
Yeah.
So,
No, they are. That's a fun experience. That's
It was.
really cool.
well, man, it still doesn't beat that show at Eden Fest. I mean, like I said, the first day they throw me on stage. I'm like, I don't know what I'm doing. And
Right.
I just got hired because I had them lonely tits. Like I was huge. I was 235 pounds. So they're like, yeah, work stage. Okay. So opening band was Spin Doctors, I believe.
Oh,
it
I
was.
love them live.
And the closing band was Bush. And
Was I at that party?
and I was still on stage, and all of a sudden the Bush was done. All of a sudden the VIPs people just started rushing them.
Right.
And so I guess I had to do my job, and I had to be the bodyguard to Gavin Rosdale and keep everybody off.
Oh, we were talking about this today.
And like the guy smelled like sweat and Heineken, and yeah, and I was basically a human shield for Gavin Rosdale, getting them off stage.
That's so fun.
And that was, yeah, man.
That's so cool. One of the bouncers from Monday night, William knows him. He's about 6'7", because he looked that tall from where we were sitting. And he's Shack Attack on Facebook. And I'm telling you, this guy, when he would stand on the thing, like on the little ledge, to reach over and grab the body surfer. I just want to do a whole show of you guys making faces while you try to get through drinking this shit.
Like, is this what fucking vegans drink or something?
Well, I don't know, man. I don't know. What's in it?
Socks.
Socks, yeah. Yeah, a little bit of hint of
A little bit of socks.
We do not endorse this product. This is absolutely terrible.
Yeah, truly terrible.
Truly fucking terrible is what it should say on the
This is
can.
terrible.
Does it have quinine in
I
it?
feel embarrassed that I even bought this.
Does it have quinine in it? If it doesn't have quinine in it, I'll try it.
Quinine?
So quinine is my kryptonite.
No, there's alcohol in it. You're not supposed to drink it.
There's alcohol in it?
That's what the point is.
Well, I don't know. You said it was a seltzer, so I figured it was just a drink. Like a drink. Yeah, it's a good thing I didn't just like.
Not for me. I like the beers.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
me too.
don't drink,
Well, I was getting a
so.
little fat, so I was just like, okay, I'm gonna, spring's coming, so I slim it down a little bit. Still does the job, but I'd rather smoke a joint.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, or a mixed drink. I like Caesars and
Oh, I love
Caesars
it.
were my jam.
gin and tonics and Ryan Ginger.
Yeah, I loved all those. I loved anything that was alcohol.
Coke.
Anything that was alcohol, I'd take. That's why I'm 16 years sober. So. Thank you. Yeah, no, I tell you though, I do miss it. I just don't know how to do what you two are doing right now. I don't know how to sit down and have a drink. No, fuck no. I have no idea how to do that.
That's what I like to do. Like I like to just have a beer or just to
Yeah, I don't like
just to chill, hang out, and I enjoy the taste
See, like,
of it.
people like me wonder how people like you two have brains that function that way. Because my brain is like, what's the point of drinking it if it's not going to do its job?
Well, because I look at it like, I don't know, it's weird, but I look at it like a pop. Like I like Pepsi, but I don't drink like 10 of them.
Well, it's
I drink like one, and
That's it.
that's it. It tasted
funny.
good. I had a good time with that Pepsi. That was good. Same thing with the beer.
Okay, what would you say the top beer after?
Hockey?
Really? I see. I'm not a hockey player.
I'm a hockey player. So I
If
thought
I-
that's where you're going.
Cold beer after cutting the grass on a hot day.
Oh, okay, that's a good question.
If I were to answer that,
Corona.
But
Corona.
after hockey, after.
So after the cut the grass, like a Corona or an MGD.
Yeah.
That's good. Yeah. Question one.
But for hockey, well, it doesn't. For hockey, I guess in any line, like a Bud Light or a Coors Light. But my hockey team, the Hitsmen, we were sponsored by Nickelbrook. Shout out to Nickelbrook.
Right on.
Washington. And the beers that they gave us, they're hoppy, right?
Right.
It's like the craft beer. It's a little tough.
Yeah.
And it took me a while to get used to it, but now I love that stuff.
Yeah.
I just kept getting them all the time after hockey, and I got used to drinking it. And
And then going back to a Bud Light, it's like.
it's like, it's water. What is this? Yeah.
Well, I mean, it's water anyway. I mean,
Because you're just you're used to that little stronger beer.
right.
So I drank a lot of those, and go to
What
band
was your
practice,
favorite
maybe
beer?
have Bud Light or something. And I'm like, oh, it's like water, huh?
What would you say is your
Is this
favorite
beer?
beer?
My favorite beer?
Yeah.
I don't think I have a favorite beer, to be honest with you. Yeah, I really don't.
If you had to pick a style, what would you say? Like lager, pilsner, like ales, ambers.
Maybe an ale. I do like Heineken. Yeah, I do really like Heineken, actually.
So you like
that
lager.
might be my favorite.
So it'd be a lager.
Yeah.
Yeah, it might be Heineken.
If I had to drink one beer. Someone said, okay, even though you like so many different kinds of beer, you have to pick one, and that's the only one you drink for the rest of your life.
Well, that's tough though, because like, with any of those questions, when it's like this is what you're gonna have for the rest of your life, you're gonna eventually hate it.
Yeah.
After having it so much. Like I love pizza so much. That's my favorite. I love
Yeah,
pizza.
I
I
hear
could eat pizza every day, but I don't because I don't want to ruin
Because
it
you
for myself.
could,
Because I
right?
could,
Yeah,
and I don't want to,
exactly.
and it's obviously not good for you. But like I don't want to ruin it for me.
Okay,
I love pizza.
let me ask you a question. Guinness, warm or cold?
Cold.
Cold.
Really?
Yeah.
Cold.
Yeah, I guess so.
Actually, you know how I like
People
my
drink
Guinness?
Guinness cold?
You know how I like my Guinness? Actually hot. Steaming hot when I stew it in a Guinness, steak and Guinness pie. That's how I eat.
That's fun.
That's how I drink my
Sweet.
Guinness.
See, for me, Guinness was always breakfast beer for camping.
Yes.
Right out of the box.
The only breakfast beer I ever liked was Slim and Honeyburn.
Sorry,
Yeah, that was it.
that's a cardboard beer.
At the end of the day, if it's cold.
Well, no, I get
That's all that
I
matters
get
to me.
that. But
As long as it's cold, I'll drink it.
And I'd say Steam Whistle's my number one. That,
Cool.
like Steam Whistle Pilsner. You can't find a better full tasting beer, high quality.
yeah,
Right, and it's only 4 ingredients the way it
You
should
know what
be.
else I like actually? I like those Bud Light limes, man. Sometimes, like speaking of these
Yeah.
fruity
Yeah.
drinks, if I want one of those type of fruity
Yeah.
drink, I'll take like a Bud Light lime. Hot summer day, it's fine.
all this fun
Cool.
stuff came out. All this fun stuff came out after I quit drinking. I quit drinking, and they were like, "This is new, and this is new, and like try this tropical drink, and try this beer that doesn't taste like." And I'm like, "Why? Why now? Why couldn't you do it 10 years ago when I was still drinking?" Right? I
They're
can't.
testing you.
Yeah. Well, you're not kidding. I've been sober 16 years, and some days I still want to drink. And it doesn't go away. You get stronger, but it doesn't go away, right? Like, I mean, lots of people drink for lots of different, or don't drink for different reasons. I don't drink because I'm really good at it. But yeah, still.
Well, it's the association, right? Like I used to smoke darts. I don't smoke darts
Yeah.
anymore. But the thing
Me
that I liked was just I liked standing and smoking.
Me too.
You know what I mean? That's what I like doing. I like going outside and standing and smoking. So eventually, when I quit that, I just started smoking joints.
Yeah.
I got my fix to stand. I wasn't ever like a car smoker or sitting down on a porch. I guess I just liked standing and smoking my privacy.
What's that beeping? Do you hear that?
Is it me?
Did I lock the door?
That's something downstairs.
I think I locked. Did I lock the door when you came
Yeah,
in?
you did.
I don't know.
I feel like I did.
I was listening for it. That was
Okay.
my-
Yeah, because I did unlock. I unlocked it first try.
Yeah.
Not bad. So wrestling.
Big fan of wrestling.
What are you liking about it, and what are you hating about it?
Oh my god, I love wrestling.
I know.
Yeah.
That's why. Well, the glasses. That's why I
Oh,
brought
yeah,
that.
I'm
As
wearing
soon as
my-
I saw them, I was like, "Fuck, that's right. I gotta ask you about
Oh
wrestling."
yeah, my macho man
Right?
sunglasses.
Did you see their photo on Christmas?
Nothing but garbage.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm a big fan of wrestling. So actually, speaking of that, I'm going to miss the first night of WrestleMania. It's the April 6th and 7th,
Yeah.
Saturday and Sunday. I will miss the first night because we'll be in Iceland with
Right.
Dusk Walker.
Yeah.
And so I'll just have to watch it on the plane ride home the first night, and then I'll get back on the Sunday at 5:30. Get home as fast as possible and catch night 2. But yeah, no, I follow it like crazy. I'm a huge
Yep.
fan, and I go to the live events when they come here to Toronto, and I'll be going on Money in the Bank when they come to Toronto this summer.
Right on. Right on. We're trying to pull something together fun for Niagara because I got the exchange for shows. The new place that just opened up, the Niagara Falls Market, the Exchange Market
Where's that?
on Main Street.
Okay,
It holds 360 people.
sweet.
Yes, it is.
Does it tie in with wrestling?
Well, we're gonna bring something here.
Okay.
We haven't figured we have an idea of all the things that we want to do and who we want to bring in and stuff like that. But we thought of you right away
Cool.
for commentating and stuff like
Cool.
that. Like,
I've
we want you to be a part
I've
of it.
commentated before, actually.
So we don't want you to just come down. We want you to be a part of what we're doing.
Sweet.
So,
And I'll even let
Sweet.
you wear the Smoking Skull belt.
ooh.
Ooh, nice. I
got
got
mine from WrestleMania 18.
Wow.
Yeah.
You were there in Toronto?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, like, was it deafening when
That was fucking
Hogan and Rock?
nuts. Oh my god, it was nuts.
I heard it was insanely loud. People had to cover their ears. And
That was it. That's
no, that's awesome.
Yeah, I was there, and 3 days before that, I met a bunch of wrestlers too. That's when I picked up the belt. It was a funny story. When the day I bought that belt,
That's neat.
professional. Put it on fine.
It's
How much did it go for?
$300 a month.
$300?
That's
Not bad. Now they're going for like $600-800
Yeah,
bucks.
so, I mean, this was 18. So what WrestleMania are we at now? That's
40.
40.
jeez.
That was
2
Josh
years ago.
Smith from Snake River Redemption, by the way.
Nice.
Unbelievable. What's the odds?
Um,
So I buy this belt. I'm walking around all cool. I got this belt over my shoulder. And all of a sudden I hear, hey, you want me to sign that for you?
Stone Cold?
No, Scott Hall.
Cool.
Stone Cold beat Scott Hall that night.
So I said, why the hell would I want you to depreciate it? He goes, oh, after WrestleMania 18, I'm going to wipe the floor with Austin. That belt's not going to be worth anything. I turned to him and said, you'd be lucky if you showed up sober. Well,
Did he
sure.
get pissed?
Oh, he was mad.
Anthony.
I don't know. It just slipped.
Anthony.
It slipped the tongue, and all of a sudden, what's going on out here? And all of a sudden, Big Daddy Cool comes walking out around the corner,
Okay.
and Scott Hall's like, "Yeah, this guy, he wants to be a tough guy. He wants to flap his mouth." I said, "No, man, I'm just fucking with you. It's not real like wrestling, man.
Oh, Anthony.
I just want a picture." And,
You just
Anthony.
got going, eh?
man, the Polaroid that came out, I'm just like, they were ready to choke me.
Yeah.
They were ready to choke. I'm like, man, I stuck my foot in my mouth a couple times there, eh?
Both
Like,
feet
Yeah.
with your shoes on.
Yeah.
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 Wow.
That wasn't a good picture afterwards. Yeah, it was just stupid back in the early 20s, you know.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
brother. That's funny. That's a funny story.
But yeah.
Oh, Josh said he's calling to talk wrestling.
Oh boy.
So should I call him back?
Only if he acknowledges the tribal chief.
Nice.
All right.
I actually had an encounter with Ryback. So I went to a Raw.
He's fucking annoying.
Yeah. So, and he's actually a fucking dick. So
He seems like it.
So we were at this show. So my buddy that got the tickets for
Hang on
the
one
show.
second.
So his sister works for the ACC.
Acknowledge the tribal chief.
So his sister works. So he's all excited. He's the Ryback's kind of new. He wanted to see his Ryback. So lo and behold, right around where we park, a car comes out of the underground by the ACC, and I'm gonna dart. And I look. What the fuck is R-Truth and Ryback? I'm like, Dave, look, it's your boy Ryback. Hey. He's like, hey, Ryback, hey, can I get an autograph? What does he do? He turns the visor. Now, you know, it's the middle of the night. He turns the visor to block his vision from my buddy before they could pull out and drive away. Mind you, R-Truth was like, hey, man, thanks for coming to the show.
Nice.
Nice job.
R-Truth was
Sound
all
like you had
great.
a bad night.
Ryback was a fucking dick. He
Nice
just put the visor up like he didn't even exist.
You got the big gold. Nice.
I got the smoking skull.
I have the
Josh
only real one I have
Anthony,
is
Josh.
the European title with the WWF logo.
Oh,
Look
yeah.
at this.
I actually seen a real European title.
Nice.
Look
It's-
at look. He's got the hardcore.
Oh, beautiful.
Yeah, Josh
I actually
reviews
seen the
wrestling.
real
there.
European title. I met Owen Hart, Sable, Mark Merrill
Sweet.
at what was that place on Bathurst? Honest Ed's. So they're doing an autograph signing there. And I actually met Sable for the first time, and man, I used to have a big collage of Sable around.
Who did
the
it?
basement.
What man? What
When
young
I
man
saw
in the
those
Attitude
kids
Era
up
did it?
front, in Chelsea Crystal,
Josh just said who didn't.
I did not like Sable after meeting her because once I saw all the purple veins and everything in her chest, I was
You
like,
should be at this table right now
this
with
is
us.
terrible.
Josh. Is Cody winning at Mania? Do you think?
Of course he is.
Like he's got to win. I totally think he's got to win. But is it going to happen at Mania or is it going to happen at Madison Square Garden?
Oh, buddy. Well, where's Roman at as far as Hogan's record goes?
Oh, he's got to go to September to beat Hogan's record.
So there's no way they're gonna cut him short now.
I know that's the thing, but like, are you really going to deny Cody 2 years in a row?
I'm gonna put it closer to the
Oh,
microphone.
like he's so hot right now. Like this is tough. That's why like this WrestleMania is so exciting because it's not predictable at all.
Yeah, I have no idea what's gonna happen. Injuries with The Rock,
I saw something today about like maybe CM Punk could be the special guest between Seth and Drew. That would be exciting.
that would be cool.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know who's gonna win that. I'd like it to be Drew. Same thing with Rhea and Becky. I don't know.
They're gonna give Drew a break. They're gonna give him his due.
Yeah, they got it. But yeah, Drew's killing it right now. A lot of people are tuning out of this interview now.
No.
Just on Restream, like that number is only for Restream, and we've got 4.
Jeez.
Well, yeah, because they're talking wrestling.
Well, that's only Restream though. Like that doesn't give us Restream, YouTube, Facebook, all
At
that
least I
stuff.
can
Where
say
did
I watch
Josh
this.
go?
I watch.
They're like, I want to hear Joey talk about his gutturals, not this wrestling garbage.
Whatever. I watched wrestling
That's fine.
as a kid. I love wrestling. I grew up in the Attitude Era. I love it.
Sweet, no, yeah, big fan. I enjoy it.
Yeah.
Wrestling and all that. Fun. I got a wrestling story for you. One of the first wrestling events I ever went to was in 2004 at a SmackDown in Hamilton. And my mom took me and my brother, and there was some contest they were doing like before the wrestling, before the SmackDown. And it was like, do your best wrestler impression or something like that. And the winner got to go backstage and meet some wrestlers. I'm this young kid, I guess we had 2004, so I'm grade 4, however old you are in grade 4.
Yeah.
And
11.
I said to my mom, I can do a good Undertaker. She's like, go up there. Yeah, I just did the rest in peace. But, you know,
Yeah.
young kid.
Yeah.
I blew everyone away. Like, oh my God, crazy. So I won, and I got to go backstage and meet Paul Heyman, Teddy Long, Tori Wilson,
Cool.
Rob Van Dam. That was really cool. Like my first wrestling event, I just went backstage and met wrestlers because I can do an Undertaker voice at grade 4.
That's so
I
fun.
actually heard that guy talk for the first time outside of wrestling this year, and I never knew.
Oh, well, yeah, a lot of people
Yeah.
are hearing it for the
Wow, I
first
never
time.
realized his voice is so different from
Yeah.
when he
It's
was.
not that much different, but yeah, he's just a chill dude, and you know everyone gets to hear his stories now. It's
Yeah,
really cool.
but he talked like just like I don't know, a normal guy like me talking like
Yeah.
this. But when he's on wrestling, he has this deep. Like,
Sure,
it's
he's a
like
dead
when
man.
like when you're on stage, like it's like hearing you on hits and hearing you
Well,
on stage.
Well, I just got to be like hearing me now or hearing me on hits. It's just normal talking, but when I'm on stage, I gotta pump it up a little
No,
bit
you
more.
got a little. There's a little bit of a difference between you on the radio and talking
Yeah, that's
to
called
you.
compressors.
So no,
We use
no,
compressors.
it,
We
it's
just
just
use the compressors on the microphone.
but the way that you articulate when you talk.
Oh, sure,
you
yeah.
sound different
I got
on the radio than you do talking to you face to face.
Well, yeah, sure. It's not
Right.
as laid back. It's a little bit more
So
precise.
Yeah.
And making sure I hit those points and
yeah,
better diction when I'm talking.
yeah.
And project. You know,
You're
of
what
course.
I've you're
You
what
pro-
I've
you
been
project a
listening
little.
to
Project a little.
learn. You're who I've been learning from because I've never done radio before, and now here I am. Right?
Yeah.
So,
I know there's no radio voice. It's just
no, but it's just
project
like
a
the
little
way
more.
you know how you enunciate your
Sure,
words, where
yeah.
you emphasize what syllables and stuff like that. Like there's an art to it. I
Yeah.
know it sounds funny.
It just, I don't know, if you hear when people
There
come
it
up to me and they do say, like, oh, you sound different on the radio.
Yeah.
Well, because I'm not going to come up to you and talk like this. A little bit more, you know,
Yeah,
hey, I'm Joey Bricks, great to meet you.
Yeah.
I'm not going to put on
And here's the weather for today.
yeah. Or, you know, still, so, you gotta have, you know, just gotta have a little bit more.
Yeah.
right on. Awesome. So we're well over an hour, and I'm loving this. This
Oh,
is great.
sweet.
Usually I try to keep it to an hour. I've
Have you
been
ever-
trying to like keep it professional and shit. Now I'm like,
You ever-
fuck it, I'll talk to you all
Have
day
you ever
long.
come across guys that you think that like put it on just a little too much?
I don't know, I don't really know too many people. In my
Like just people
business
you
that I
heard
talk
maybe
to.
in the past, like say maybe like a guy like Ryan Seacrest or like Casey Kasem or it's anyone that you've ever heard in the past. It's like, yeah, that guy's turning it on just a little. Too
Not
much.
really.
No.
Like I said, most radio broadcasters, it's just our voice. We're just putting up a little bit more energy.
Yeah.
You know?
Right on.
So there's no like, you know, listen to other people and say, you did that wrong or anything like that. You critique it. It's like me, you know, being a janitor for a
Never.
living, and, you know, walking in, you know, this cleaner's fucking up here. He's not doing this right or doing that right.
Everyone's got their own
Yeah.
way of doing things, and I got my way of doing things.
Yeah, I guess.
So, there's no point critiquing.
Well, I guess that makes
Everyone's
sense
different.
because you're like your personality is your thing, right? Like for radio. So I guess that makes sense because everybody's personality is different. So their radio
absolutely.
personality.
Everyone,
is
yeah, that's what
right?
we are at the end of the day. We're just personalities.
So
And by that, it just means, you know, you're you. And
Yeah.
you know, with my Ghost Host segment, that's one of my favorite shows,
Yeah.
or segments on the show, is because I get to know me a little bit more. I get
Yeah.
different perspectives of listeners. And actually, that one is probably a little bit more laid back in terms of just talking, because, you know, it's like this. It's
Yeah.
just shooting the shit. And,
yeah, no, and that's what I like about doing this. Originally, like when I first started, we started with Savage Circle. There was 4 of us, and it was me and 3 huge dudes. And I would run my mouth, and that's how we became the Savage Circle, because I was the one who was like, ah! And these guys, all 3 of them were really quiet, right? Surprise, it's me running my mouth. But over time, like, I don't know, I kind of just developed local musical shit show personality, right? Because instead of like planning it, like I didn't sit down and go, I'm gonna write Joe, or I'm gonna ask Joey this, and I'm gonna ask him this, and I'm gonna do. It's so much easier when we just sit around and shoot the shit and talk about stuff. Because at the end of the day, I don't feel like I've missed anything talking to you. I don't feel like I should have asked you something, or shit, I forgot that question, or trying to keep it on point. This is so much more fun. It's so much easier, so much laid back. And I mean, I get to be as surprised as everybody else when I learn stuff I don't know.
Yeah.
Right? I think it's more fun to research you while I'm talking to you. Like, hey, you know, wrestling or this or that or whatever, instead of me doing the research, kind of like Sean Evans with Hot Ones. That guy can find out who your fucking grade 4 teacher was. They're great.
Mhm.
It's absolutely amazing. But like, I'd rather be equally surprised that really we went to the same fucking school on air instead of me finding that out, and then, you know, because it's much more genuine, right? I find it's much more genuine. It's much more honest when you do stuff like this.
Yeah.
So that's why I don't plan
That's for
anything.
you, you know, everyone's got
You
their
know?
own different ways of doing things.
Well, I mean, it's working because this is your second time around,
Sure, yeah, it is.
right?
Oh,
So
yeah.
the first one we did at the house when I had my studio, and yeah, now we're in an office, which is fun. So, and hopefully next time, since you guys have, because I'm hoping there's going to be, I'm sure there will be next time, but I'd like to have all of you guys in.
Dusky Boys?
Yeah,
Sure.
I would like to, maybe we, because it's early enough, maybe we can plan something for close to before or after the album releases. Yeah, but you keep doing it.
Just got thirsty.
You do it to yourself.
I know, I hate them. I hate dreading every sip. I'm like,
Yeah, me too.
it's still doing the job. It's like,
It is, yeah.
Yeah, but I think we should, like, I don't know, we should order some takeout and we should sit around the table and shoot the shit. And
Sweet, yeah, no.
talk to you guys.
Contact the
And,
fellas, I'm sure they'd love to.
yeah, like, you know, bring your bunny slippers and your house coats and let's sit around.
I got
and-
tiger slippers.
Beautiful.
Yeah, I got
Awesome.
claws that come out of the feet.
Right on. All right, well, bring them. I'll wear
Sure.
my French fries onesie and we'll do like a, I don't know, like
Nice.
a fucking pajama party interview. Something we wouldn't expect out of you guys, right?
Sweet.
Everybody show up in your most comfortable onesie and I'll grab some food and we'll shoot the shit at the table.
Cool.
So yeah. So okay, do you got any shout outs?
Shout outs like things like I'm doing coming up?
Yeah, things
Yeah.
you're doing, people that you want to shout out to, things that you think should be known by the people.
I guess I can reveal this today. I can announce this
On my show.
on your show. I guess this is the first time. Although I did it earlier today on air. But if you weren't listening to my rock segment earlier today on Hits,
Yeah.
I will be hosting the Judas Priest album listening party next
Shut
week.
the front fucking door.
Yeah, Judas Priest Invincible Shield will be released next week on March 8th, and Judas Priest will be hosting listening parties across 30 different cities across the globe. Toronto is one of those cities. The Bovine Sex Club will
And
be
you're the
hosting, and
guy.
I will be hosting that next Thursday. So come on out.
Oh.
First come, first serve.
You guys got room in your car?
I'm just driving up by myself at some point during
Ah,
the day. So yeah,
That's
get there.
good to know.
Yeah, get
All
there.
right.
Get there. Because I gotta do I do my show, right?
Yeah.
2 to 7 every day. So I do a little bit of radio magic and
Yeah.
record some because I do have to drive to Toronto.
Yeah,
get
yeah.
to Bovine and yeah, the Judas Priest announced it today, and it's
Fucking
official.
A.
I will be hosting the Judas Priest album listening party, which I'm very excited about.
that's wild.
I want to go.
Yeah, come on down. First come, first serve. So yeah, leave early.
Okay. That sounds like a good plan. All right. Yeah, I definitely want to go.
Yeah.
For
There's
sure.
I think Canada's 2. There's one in Montreal as well. But anyway, Judas Priest posted
Okay.
about it today, so I think I'm in the clear to talk about it.
Right on. That's awesome. That's awesome. You guys have your album coming out in the
Yeah,
summer.
album's coming out in the summer. New Dustwalker record. That is very exciting.
Do you have any shows planned yet?
Yeah, just from Iceland, right? We're playing the
no,
Reykjavik
yeah,
Death
yeah,
Fest.
but-
So that
Which is amazing.
That's
Congratulations,
cool and all, but
boys.
anything a little more.
Thank you. That's very exciting. We are playing the Reykjavik Death Fest in April. Like I said, I have to miss WrestleMania the
Right,
first night.
right.
But yeah, we're leaving April 3rd, which is the Wednesday,
Yeah.
and coming back on April 7th.
Okay.
And get this. So the next day, on April 8th, which is a Monday,
Right.
it's the solar
Solar
eclipse.
Yeah.
And
It's also Josh Smith's
yeah,
birthday.
I'm sure you know that Niagara is in the path of totality. So
Yeah.
it's going to be super dark it's basically gonna be like nighttime, right?
Right.
For 2 hours, and it's the day after I get back from Iceland,
Right.
so I have lots to talk about on air that day.
That's gonna be
And
fun.
Iceland, I'm pretty sure they do have like minimal lighting anyway. Like what do they have, like 3 hours of daylight or something?
Something like
I
that.
remember reading. I'm not sure it's where we are, but I do remember reading that minimal light. So
That's
coming
cool.
I
back,
know Alaska's
And then
like
it's
that.
gonna
get dark. Yeah.
Alaska's like that.
and
Yeah.
it'll get dark
Yeah.
for 2 hours. I believe it's like 2 to maybe 3 or 3:30, where that's going to be super
Yeah.
dark. And you can see it from the falls. It's going to be
That's
the
awesome.
darkest. During my show on Hits, like we playing some Black Hole Suns,
Yeah.
Black Sabbath.
Yeah.
I'm doing a contest, like Total Eclipse of the Heart.
Oh, that's so fun.
If you
Such a
hear
great
that,
song.
if you hear that on my show, it's gonna be like a clip. If you hear it, call in and you can win
Okay, good
something.
to know.
How many times I've done that on karaoke, man? You guys want to do
And,
any 100 bets on how much
Tomorrow's the last day. You can win Avenged Sevenfold tickets on my show.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
That's
doing.
good to know.
I think I'm doing Joe Cordian tomorrow. I don't know if you heard that, but so I do. When I give away my tickets on my show for
Right.
for Hits FM, I always have a different contest that I do. Joe Cordian is by far the best one. It's not only the best contest in all of radio, but it's the best titled contest. Joe Cordian. I'm Joe. I play the accordion.
That's
So
amazing.
I play.
You never heard it?
No.
Never heard Joe Cordian. It's great. So I play a riff from a song that we play on the station.
Right.
On
The accordion. And you
I
have
love
to,
it.
You have to guess what it is.
You actually play the accordion.
Yeah, just go to hitsfm.com
I love
and you can see all my clips. I
See,
got it
this
all
is
up
why I
there.
don't play
when I was
I'm not very good, by the way.
That
Like,
doesn't
I
mean anything.
have to-
You're like the
Yeah,
only
it's-
person I
it's
know
basic
that
chords,
physically
Yeah,
knows
it's
that
basic
plays
chord.
the
It's like
accordion.
I'm just playing the riffs, and people figure out what it is.
That's
and,
so
I'll call
fun.
in. Tomorrow I'm doing Joe Cordian. Every day this week I've changed it up. I think I did Metal or Myth, or I did
Right.
today. I did Name That Solo. Just played like a clip
Right.
of an end song. People call in trying to guess what
That's
it was.
awesome.
And then tomorrow I'll do Joe Cordian.
Okay, I'm listening
I
tomorrow.
won't
I
tell
do
you what the
listen.
Joe Cordian is.
Like I do listen, but I don't listen often because I'm always, schooling the kids or
Right.
So like I'm definitely gonna tune in tomorrow. Maybe that'll be school.
Sweet. Yeah. Around 5:30. I do enjoy it. I do love doing that show and the Joe Cordian and all that stuff.
I remember,
Right.
I love it.
one you were really excited about one day when I was working at the studio.
Did I show you one?
Yeah, and you're like, can you guess it?
Yeah,
This
yeah.
is- This is
I
the
got
one
so
for today.
excited.
He gets all excited about it, like he was a little kid. and
That's
he's like,
fun though.
People walk in like, hey, you know what this is?
That's amazing.
People are always coming in at the studio.
Yeah.
CKTV or whatever. And if I'm doing, because I record it, I'm obviously not going to play the accordion
No.
while I'm doing the contest. That's a big ass thing. So I just record it.
Yeah.
And people come in, Anthony.
Yeah.
Give it, Anthony, you know what this is?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
That's so
Do you remember what it was? I don't remember.
No,
I
I
did so
didn't.
many.
It was one that was way off for me. Yeah. Right.
Oh,
I
that's
knew
way
it.
too
The last time I heard it, I'm like, I know what notes to call it.
That's very fun. I also do Metal After Midnight. That's
Yes.
that's my baby.
Yeah.
As much as I like my dream of
Well,
being
that's
a radio
what
broadcaster.
that's normally where I tune in because that's when
Sure.
we're awake and working,
Sure, I'm
right?
sure most metalheads tune into
Yeah. Well,
that.
no,
Miss
but
the afternoon show.
well, it's because like I mean
Have
my
you ever
schedule,
put
right?
your own stuff in there in that hour?
Well, for Metal After Midnight,
Yeah.
I do play Dustwalker, but it took me a while to
Yeah.
put it on. I know it's
Well, it
just
just
because
shows how humble
just
you
because
are
I
as a
can
human
doesn't
being,
mean I
though.
should. You know what I mean? I don't
Yeah.
want to use it as a platform to promote my band.
Well, we need to figure out a way to play you more during the day.
No, I can't play Dustwalker during my afternoon show. Maybe like my last day on Hits or something like
Yeah.
Maybe some
that.
other
But
radio
it
stations.
took me a while
Yeah,
to play it
don't
on
worry,
there.
I've got their albums.
And eventually my boss was like, after a year of having been on for Midnight, she's like, when are you going to play Dustwalker? And I'm like, I don't know, probably never.
Yeah.
She's like, put it on.
No, but that just
Like,
shows
alright.
how humble of a person.
Fine.
I mean, I know you. You are definitely one of my good friends. I appreciate you as a human being, as a musician, and as a friend.
Thank you.
So-
I appreciate you as well.
Well, thank you. But you're like one of the most humble people I know.
Thank you.
You know what I mean? Like you just I don't know. You just appreciate being, and I love that
Thank you.
about you. 'Cause
I'm
you're
just
not-
rocking. That's
well,
what
yeah.
I'm just rocking.
Well, you do. You appreciate being, and that's humble because there's a lot of people who don't. They've got so much in their lives, so much going on that they just can't just be comfortable being I guess, be comfortable being, I
That's
guess.
true. Yeah, and
You know, I didn't smoke
I've met
enough
a few of
pot
your
before the
coworkers,
interview.
and some are humble, and some are.
So,
I've met a few.
yeah,
You see my humble.
definitely.
Thanks, man.
Well, especially knowing that, right? Like, I mean, you have a platform at your fingertips,
Mm-hmm.
and you're like, no, you know, and it's fine. I mean, it's a platform, but I'm not, you know, and that's fucking huge of you. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
That's awesome.
So, like, plus the point of Metal After Midnight, and it's not about me. It's about
Right.
everyone that loves heavy metal that
Yeah.
I've always wanted to hear it on the radio and hear different things
Yeah.
that normally don't go on there. I don't know. That's what I've always wanted.
And
I've
your
always wanted-
playlists are great.
Yeah, that's I'm always putting different stuff on there, whether it's local bands or
Yeah.
just everything from Death to Doom, Black to Proud, Power to Heavy.
Which is
you know,
awesome,
you name it, it's all
because-
And
there.
that's what we're looking to achieve, actually. When you're not doing your thing after midnights, well, people like to listen to it after lunch.
Yeah.
Yeah, no,
So,
I squeeze in the heavy too, and I squeeze that in throughout the afternoon.
Yeah.
Like I said, at the end of the day, it's not Joey FM.
Yeah.
No, I don't make it all about me. And at the end of the day, I just want people to laugh and have a good time and smile and maybe hear some cool rock and roll facts and just I want you to have a good time if you're listening to my
I
show.
love hearing music history.
Thanks, man. I really
Yeah,
love-
me
I
too.
really love
Music history is important.
I really love that segment. I'm always, researching so much. and
Yeah.
My brain is just filled with so many rock and roll facts.
What
that I
is
just spew
okay?
on the radio.
I'm gonna ask you this, and then we're slowly gonna, because I could talk to you all night.
Sure.
Right. So, but it's gone.
You're gonna ask me something.
I was
Chico.
not.
Rock history.
Chico.
Something about
What is
music
the
history.
coolest piece of information about whoever that you have learned in the last little while? What's the coolest piece of history that you've learned in the last little while?
Well, there's a lot of things. Well, let's see. Let me go back into my folder. It was on this day in 1968. The Beatles won the Grammy for Sgt. Pepper on this day. They also won Record of the Year and Engineering. It was also on this day. Buddy Holly's February 29th. His Buddy Holly's glasses were found after the crash 2 months after he died.
Really?
Yeah, so that had happened on this day.
Wow.
So I'm really good at that, knowing what happened
Yeah.
for the day in rock and roll history, all that stuff. Halloween released. They released an album on this day in 1996.
Cool.
The Time of the Oath. Jeffrey Nichols of Black Sabbath, the keyboardist from
Right.
1980 till 2013, was born on this day. He passed away at age 72.
Oh wow.
So I know all these little random facts. But one of my favorite
That's so cool.
rock and roll facts is, the song "Wish You Were Here." The very beginning of the song, Pink Floyd's "Wish You Were Here."
Yeah.
There's the isolated guitar track. It's
Right.
Just David Gilmour. You can hear in the background. Yeah.
Quit smoking after that.
He quit smoking after that.
Yeah.
He did it.
Steal that.
Yeah. Thanks, man. You stole my thunder. Thanks. Oops, should've gone.
That's okay. You're lightning too. So.
Sorry, this is my first time, man.
Stole my thunder. So yeah, David Gilmour didn't know that he cleared his throat.
Oh, wow.
He didn't know it made it onto the
See,
record.
I always
So
thought
when he
that was
listening-
part of it.
Oh,
No, he didn't. He didn't know until after the record was released, and he heard that. He's like, "That's awful. I hate that," and it made him quit smoking. Also, if you listen at the beginning of Roxanne, during that opening bass
Yeah.
line, you can hear a little piano chord.
Yeah.
You just hear that little chord. They recorded that song live off the floor, but Sting's butt accidentally hit the piano, and he landed on a C sharp, which happened to be in the key of the song.
That's
And you hear
hilarious.
that little laugh after. It's because it was like, "Oh my God, that's perfect."
That's awesome.
So they kept it. There's
I actually
rock and roll
have,
facts like that.
I actually have a fishbowl tattooed on me because of the song "Wish You Were Here."
Cool.
Yeah, it's
Nice.
it's in a giant, like you can't see it on the screen, but it's in a giant mess of. It's right here in the neck of the bottle of my tattoo. Yeah, you get your fucking old man eyes on. It's right there.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, my
Sweet.
we were talking about the gorge earlier, and I always try to keep this, in interviews, keep it under wraps. We were talking about the gorge earlier. That's where my brother rests, is the gorge. So the song "Wish You Were Here" was a song that he and I listened to regularly.
Oh,
My
cool.
brother was a huge Floyd fan. I was just telling you about laying on the floor listening to Pulse High on Mushrooms.
Mm.
So we were huge Floyd fans. And I went to Justin McClay after he passed away, and I said, I want water, and I want fire, and I want Coca-Cola, and I want a 13 bowl, and I want something that has to do with pot. And Justin looked at me. And then I went, oh, and I want a fishbowl. And he went, 10 pounds of shit, 2 pound bag. And I went, do it. And he did. He did. He figured out how to do it. He
Wow.
put it all into one tattoo.
Nice.
But yeah, so I have the fishbowl from Wish You Were
Wow.
Here. That's what that's from.
Well, that's cool. Now
Yeah.
you know a little extra fact.
That's
to a
right
song
on.
that
That's
you're very
awesome.
close to.
Yeah, yeah,
awesome.
that's really cool. High five. Thanks for that shit.
Yeah. Brain is just filled with that.
I
shit.
love it. I love it. Well, maybe that's what we'll do when we sit around and shoot the shit in our pajamas with the band. Is we'll sit and we'll talk facts,
Cool.
like music
Yeah.
history and facts
Yeah,
and stuff.
I like that.
That's awesome. All right. Well, this has been a fucking blast. I could sit and chat with you all night, and if I don't cut it off, we're going to.
Sure. Yeah. and
So-
I gotta eat.
Yeah.
Gonna-
Yeah. I know. We stopped at Burger King on the way here, and I didn't even get anything for myself. I fed her. You know.
Manja.
So-
Actually, I gotta get that tiramisu in me. Thanks again, Anthony.
Yeah. It's a good thing you said something because he's got it in his thing.
Oh,
You wanna-
don't mind you, brother. Don't worry.
There you go.
Thank you so much.
I'll get you a spoon right now. If you want.
No, I got things home. I gotta give to Karen. She gotta have some too.
Oh yeah, definitely. Well, tell her that I said hello. It's always a pleasure to see her.
It's been a slice.
So-
Absolutely.
Yeah,
And I
she's
will
such a
say
sweetheart.
at Armageddon for both of you.
Yes, yes, please do. Oh, I meant to ask you. That was the first thing I wanted to open with. How's the puppy?
He's doing great, thank you. Armageddon, he's doing fantastic.
Is
Love
he
the guy.
good? Good. And everything went well last
Everything
week?
went well with the
Beautiful,
surgery. He's doing
beautiful.
good. Good, easy recovery.
Yeah.
And yeah, I love that guy.
Awesome.
He's the best. My
That's
first
good.
ever dog. I'm new to the dog
They're
world.
so fun,
Still
eh?
new. Yeah, it's crazy. Like I think I've only had them for like 2 years, and it feels
Yeah.
like how did I go my life without a dog?
I know, I
It's
know.
crazy the imprint they can have on you. But yeah, shout out to Armageddon.
Yeah,
He's the
oh,
best.
yeah, he's so cute too.
Thank you.
My
So
dogs
yeah,
too that are waiting for me.
I know. Aura's probably sitting in her pen, just wondering where the hell we are, because I've been working all day. Like I left the house at 9 o'clock this morning, and it's
You cage the animal.
well, no, I don't cage her. She was in a cage, but she's almost 100 fucking pounds. She doesn't fit
Oh, boy.
in a cage. She's a bull mastiff.
Well, that's
Right?
better than both my dogs combined.
She's only 10 months old, and she's almost 100 pounds.
Baby.
Oh yeah, she's just a
I'm
little
a
thing.
senior now. 7 years old, German Shepherd.
Jeez.
Yeah.
Craziness. Yeah. Well, and that's, I mean, we do, right? We do. And they become your kids.
Yeah.
You know, I have actual human children, and I love my dog as much as my kids. So, we got a couple cats, too. I got a naked cat. I call him the scrotum cat.
Nice. I have Armageddon the dog and Cat the cat.
Right on.
They got the coolest dog name, and then just Cat the cat.
Well, that's like Kurt from Cryophilic. His cat's name is Kitten.
Kitten, love it,
It's
love
Kitten.
it. It's amazing.
So, yeah, we got Ronald and Minda. Minda is 23. She just turned 23 on February 21st.
Wow.
Yeah.
Good for him.
Well, we have Eddie too. He was 20 when he passed away in September.
Made it to 20.
He
Wow,
was my
that's
first
good.
ever cat. I got him when he was a year old, and he made it to 20. Midna was originally Angela Peebles' cat. She had her for 12 years. They had moved, and when they had moved, instead of stressing her out with the move, she gave her to Keely Turner. And then when Keely moved to Brockville, she was worried about transferring Midna. So I called her and I was like, well, listen, like I'll take her if you don't, like if you're worried about her, because she's so old, right? She was 19 when I got her, and now she's 23.
Wow.
Yeah.
I'm sure I can make it to 23. 10 at least.
Yeah.
I hope.
That's
Hopefully
cool.
make it.
So yeah. So Eddie was 20 when he passed away, or almost 20. His birthday was February 20th, same as Kurt Cobain. And then Midna is the 21st, and then I'm the 25th. I share a birthday with George Harrison.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, and Carrot Top.
Nice. I share it with Chuck Norris,
And-
so I've got you all beat.
Well, I don't know, man. Me and Ric Flair are birthday twins.
Oh, okay. All right.
So
I got Chuck Norris and Martin Brodeur.
well,
Oh,
ooh,
wow.
Yeah.
those are good.
Pretty
Those
good.
are good. So that's my little Vinnie Paul baby right there. Her and Vinnie share a
Sure,
birthday.
Vinnie? Nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, and then Melody, so she was 4 days late, and I tried to wait 2 more days because she would have shared a birthday with Frances Bean Cobain, who she's named after and hates it. But I couldn't do it anymore. Like I was like this, and I drank a bottle of castor oil. We're
Whoa.
gonna go into
Is that
later.
your tummy?
That was me.
That's twice I said tummy on this podcast.
Such a masculine word.
It is. Good word.
Don't be ashamed of the words that you use.
I love it. I love it.
Don't be ashamed of the music that you listen to and the words that you use.
Yeah. Yeah, no, and that's true. That's true. Like, I mean,
Makes you unique.
Cher is my favorite.
Baloney tits.
Yeah. I have a set of tits tattooed on me.
Do you?
Yeah, right there.
Not on your tits?
So I grew up with a guy
Oh,
named
wow.
Kevin. Yeah, right there. I
Yeah.
grew up with a guy named Kevin. He was my best friend for like 15, 20 years. We still talk. And his nickname was Tits.
Tits.
For
That's
years.
good one.
For years, his
That's a
nickname
good
was
one.
Tits. Well, it's funny because I have a younger sister that I met 6 years ago that I didn't know I had, right?
Okay.
So she grew up in London with a
Okay.
best friend named Tits.
Tits. It's just a great nickname.
Yeah, so we both grew up with best friends named Tits, and we didn't even know each other for her first 27 years. Yeah. So my stomach's making noise. That's her cue to go.
I heard that.
That's a good one, eh?
Always hungry. You're hungry now. I haven't eaten since the Indian food at lunch today.
Well, on that note, it's been a slice. I have no fucking idea who's up next week, so you're gonna have to tune in the
Bye-bye.
next couple of days to
Thank
figure
you
that out.
again. Thank you for having me, by the way.
Absolutely.
Anthony. Really appreciate that.
Absolutely.
Had fun.
I was just here for comic relief, though.
Well, I don't know. This is by far one of the best interviews, and on that note, I'm kicking everybody else out so that we can enjoy the rest of our evening.
Baloney tits!